Welcome to Dreamscape Divided. There are a lot of LEGO reviewers out there. A lot of them that I watch, a lot of them that I love. Bricks, the other ones, there's a lot of them. But have any of them ever reviewed 190 sets in a single sitting? I don't know about that one. That's what I'm going to try to do today. Via Lego.com. Let's go to Lego.com. Bah! Here we are. Now, you might be thinking, wait, how can you review a set if you don't actually have the set? You can't just review a set by looking at it. That you don't know what's up. It could be great, and the picture just makes it look bad. You're exactly correct. But, for the sake of this stream, we're going to ignore that. Take all of this with a grain of salt. Yes, I'm just looking at it, but we can have some fun. We can infer. Probably not. I don't know what I said that made you respond that way, but I assume you're correct with whatever you said. Let's start with the red London telephone box. The most exciting set of 2024, of course. The telephone box. It looks good. I do somewhat question why, but it looks good for what it is. I really like everything here. I guess I just don't understand the practicality, but if you just want to display a red box, it's hard to get better than this. I really like the top of it. I saw that my boy Bricks, who I already name dropped twice, he was questioning if we need this side part, but I kind of like it. I think it creates an interesting balance artistically. I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10 mini kits. I'm rating this as if it's a LEGO Star Wars level. 8 out of 10 mini kits. I wish it was slightly cheaper. It should be $100 max, considering you're buying a phone booth. I don't care about the price count. No, piece count. I do care about the price count. Kingfisher bird. I don't think I've even seen this one. I was not aware of this bird. Oh, I just get the same picture but farther away. That's not helpful. Huh. Okay, I'm a little more critical of this one. Here's the thing. I think everything on this is done very well. I love most of it. I don't love a very important part of it, and that is the head. I don't know what it is. The head doesn't feel quite right. Something about the eye feels very lifeless. The wings are beautiful. The color scheme, great. Spot on. These plants, love those plants. Don't eat them. I know they look like hot dogs. Don't eat them. They're bad. They make you die. But yeah, I love everything until you get to the face. And the face really knocks it down for me. It's kind of like, it reminds me of the, what's that thing called in America that I live in America, so I should know, the Statue of Liberty. That set that came out was very good, except that the face was just a flat pentagon tile, and that kind of ruined it for people. Same thing's happening here for me, except this one is much larger, so I would expect it to be more accurate to the real thing. It's not working for me. I give this a 6. I might go lower because I'm really disappointed in the head, but it's $50. And $50 for 834 pieces? That's a good deal. I know I said I didn't care about piece count, but that only applies when the piece count... that only applies when I say it applies. Now, if I think the set is too expensive for what you get, then I don't care about the piece count. If the set is pretty big already and has a lot of pieces and it's cheap, then that's cool. That's like icing on the cake. I hopefully that makes some amount of sense. Family tree. Everyone was hating on this set. And at first I was a little confused. It's like, why do people despise this so much? It's just a tree you can hang stuff on. But the more I heard people's arguments about it, and the more I just stared at it, the more confused and disappointed I became. Like, why is it so ominous? Why is it a black tree, just jet black, with dark red and red leaves? Oh, you just like the animal builds? Yeah, I do like, I like the concept of the animal build. I would probably just mod the head. I really like everything that isn't the face. I really don't understand why they made this so ominous. Like, even when you think of a family tree, like, painted on a wall or something, you just normally think of a normal green and brown tree. I don't know why this looks like it came straight out of the Nether update in Minecraft. There's a kite stuck in it. It's weird. It's a weird set. It's also $80 for this ominous tree. Nah, I can't roll with this one. This is gonna get the worst score so far. I promise I'm not just gonna hate on everything. Like, I do like LEGO. Quite a bit. But this one is especially bad. I'm gonna give this one a 3. The main draw of this is all of these weird orange pieces and all of the cool colors of leaves. Outside of that, not a lot here for me. Iron Spider-Man Brickhead. I'm going to put my bias against brickheads aside. Maybe it's trying to be stylish. That is true, but I think when you're trying to style, you gotta make sure to not add in some weird vibes. That's what my problem with it. If it was just an interesting, outlandish color that's different from the norm, I can give it that. But the fact that it's so ominous, and it's supposed to be this nice, friendly family tree, that doesn't add up. That's why I don't like it. Iron Spider-Man. As far as brickheads go, I mean, this is a very good representation of Iron Spider-Man. It's hard to complain about it. It's not the most interesting brickhead, because it's very boxy up at the top. There's not a whole lot of hair or anything, but there's not supposed to be. It's Spider-Man. Oh, but this other one on the box, dude, I'd take this any day. This is far more interesting. I give this guy another 8. It's like the phone booth. I think it's good for what it is. I'm just not super interested in it, even with my bias against brickheads aside. Not the most interesting brickhead, but I do enjoy it for what it is. Bouquet of Roses. My friend bought this the other day and live streamed himself building it. This just looks great. You know, I've never been big on flowers. I'm not a flowers person, so the botanical line in general does not appeal to me, but if there's one flower that I do care about a little bit, it's roses. Very stereotypical choice, I know, but I mean, look at these things. They're gorgeous. And also the very interesting part usage. I love it. You got these like new buildable action figure heads in red. You got these Bionicle Hero Factory construction character pauldrons in red. These weird things in dark green. Lots of these. Is this like light aqua or is it white? I think it's light aqua. Flowers. Which is a very nice color. Oh, and some of these Monkey Kid green connector pieces. Yeah, this is a great parts pack. Even if you don't care about roses, the parts are wonderful. Oh, how could I forget? Red Indiana Jones whips. That's crazy. And only $60 for 822 pieces worth of rose? Yes. This gets a 10 out of 10. Hard for me to imagine it being better for what it's going for. Hello, Jambus. What is your profile? Oh, it's a cat. From far away, I couldn't tell what it was. Your picture was very small for me. It looked like an angry bird at first. Not an angry bird from Angry Birds, just an actual bird that was angry. Potted Groot. Possibly one of the best Brickheads I've ever seen. As a non-Brickheads fan, I love this because it thinks outside of the box. There's a train plowing through my room as normal. You can probably hear it in the background. I apologize for that. Yeah, this guy's awesome. He's also T-posing. Like, how often do you get a LEGO set in which a character is T-posing? Not often, because I can't think of another example. Potted Groot, my man. I don't understand why he's dark tan. I've never understood the choice for Groot to be dark tan. But he's just fun. He's fun. Thank you. I'm sure I'll tell the train. Right after this stream, I'll get in contact with the train and tell them they got a good review. I also give them a 10 out of 10. Doing very good. Staying on the track. Oh, I didn't give Groot a rating. He's a 10 out of 10 also. That's the best brickhead I've ever seen. Stitch. This one feels a little off. Something about this is not giving Stitch. I think I know what it is. I associate Stitch with a lot of horizontalness in the face. This is not very horizontal. This is very spherical. I think that's why it's not giving Stitch. To me. It looks like Stitch's cousin, Greg. Not canon. This is my headcanon. He's got a cousin named Greg. Yeah, this guy gets like a... I'll give him a 5. I already don't think he's that interesting of a brickhead. And then I don't think he captures the character well either. Sorry, Stitch. I like you as a character in general. I don't like you as a brickhead. Ooh, here's one of the ones from the thumbnail. It's the Millennium Falcon. Now, conceptually, I love this set. Give me a Millennium Falcon that is cheaper and smaller. Yes. When I was young, I had my own... I've only ever owned one Millennium Falcon set, and it was the last Millennium Falcon at a similar scale to this. They made a small one. That was like $50, and that was great. Here's the problem with this one, though. Does it look better than the old one? Absolutely. By a mile. But it's way more expensive. And I understand that it does have 921 pieces. We can't just completely ignore the piece count. It is there. But it's still this small. Yeah, I agree with you, Jambus. I would buy the 2019 one over this. If they're gonna make one this small, I don't care how detailed it is, it needs to be significantly cheaper than any of the bigger ones we've gotten in the past. And this one is creeping up on that $100 price tag. That's unacceptable. To me, this is one of the most overpriced sets of the new year that I've seen. I'm sure there will be others. But yeah, it's rough. I love how it looks. It's just a bad price. I give it a... I'll give it a 6 just because I like the design so much. All 4 points off are just because of the price. The McLaren MP4. Oh, I love that file format. And name I don't know how to pronounce. Okay. I'll just call him Senna. Yeah. This is hard for me to review. This is a hard one because I'm not a car guy. Not a vehicle person. I don't know things about racing, cars in general. The only car I'm aware of is my own car that I drive in real life. And they haven't made a LEGO set of that, unfortunately. I'm still waiting for the Dodge Avenger set. Come on, LEGO. It looks fine. I'm not wowed by this. They've made some cars in the past, even small cars, like LEGO City style cars, that I'm like, wow, that's a nice looking LEGO car. They did a great job with this one. This one looks good, but it's not giving me that wow factor that a lot of them do. And I don't think that's just because I'm not a fan of this type of vehicle in real life. I think it is partially due to the way it's built and the level of detail and the part usage. I give this like a 7. I feel pretty indifferent towards it, but I am liking it more than I dislike it for sure. It's good. I'm just not super hyped by any of it. $80 feels a little expensive, but this is quite big, so it's not super outlandish. Okay. Big R2-D2. I remember they made one of these before. I think this one looks better than the last one they did. I don't really remember what the last one looked like, but that's my gut reaction, is that this one does look better. And you get this dude with it. I think this is Darth Malik. Does it say it? Yep, Darth Malik. I'm not familiar with his character, but he looks cool. They did a very good job. He's got the leg printing. He's got good detail all across the board. But the R2 themselves, $100 for this big R2. I can see it. I don't love it, but I can see it. It's got a reasonable amount of parts. Looks good. I give this a 9. I just can't imagine it being much better. I wish it was a little bit cheaper, but that's just personal preference. Why would I not want it to be cheaper? Cherry Blossoms. I haven't seen this one yet either. Yeah, I am curious about what the old one looked like, MacDale. I haven't seen it in a while. Maybe it's way better than the last one. Cherry Blossoms. Oh, this is only $15. Hold up. I think we got an absolute banger price. For once, LEGO's coming through with the prices. $15 for all of this. 430 pieces. You get so many of these interesting eggshell pieces in pink and white. Some of the ice cream topper or cupcake topper pieces. Some of those short stems. Bright lime green leaves. This is a great parts pack. That's the main thing that I go to every time I look at a botanical collection set is, wow, this has a bunch of interesting parts. And this one's bringing it on so many levels, and it's cheap. This gets a 10. The second botanical collection set to get a 10. I did not expect it. Spring Festival Mickey Mouse. Okay. I mean, yeah, I like him better than Stitch. I'll say that. I like him better than Stitch. I would definitely not go out of my way to get this one. Even if I was a Brickheads fan, this one would not excite me too much. 7. It's not bad, but it's not doing much. The most interesting thing for me here is the little lantern piece, which you get a lot of in many of the Spring Festival sets. And also the black dish pieces. Those are cool. This printed card is interesting also. Oh, does he have something around the back? Oh, he's got the little tail. That is charming. Not charming enough for me to give him another point, but it's cute. Talking sorting hat. Why does it look like Harry's asleep? Wake up, buddy. He's gonna put you in Slytherin. I don't love the concept for this set. I like the way they did it way long ago in super old Harry Potter, Lego Harry Potter Land, where they had a tiny set with a dish on it that you could spin that had all 4 houses on it. And whatever it landed on, you could just vote a minifigure into that house. I think that's cool because it gets the minifigures involved. This gets real people involved, which is fine. But does it need to be a Lego set? I don't know. I'll try to put my opinion of that on the back burner, though. I'll try to keep that away. And just go, is this a good sorting hat? Yeah. It's a little off to me. Like, this is very Look at that piece count. You mean on this one? It is bad. You're right. It is bad if you're talking about this one. $100 for 500.5 pieces. That's rough. You know what? Yeah, that is really rough. Oh, and this isn't even like actual hat size. It's small. Is there a picture of someone wearing it? There is. See, look how small this hat is. I'm not paying $100 for this tiny hat. Oh no. Yeah. The best thing about this set by far is you get the 4 little plaques for each of the houses. Yes, I am a Hufflepuff. Even if you didn't ask, I felt like sharing. This gets like a... I want to give it a 5, but I think that's a little too harsh. Who cares? The price is terrible. I give it a 5. You should have been cheaper. I know that you have to pay a lot of money for that sound brick that's inside, but I still don't think it's worth it. Tropical ukulele. Well, it is a ukulele. I once again, I'm not super excited by this thematically, but if I'm just thinking, if I'm putting my brain into a space where I'm like, I'm someone who likes ukuleles, I have a fondness for this instrument, and now they're making a Lego version, I am more than satisfied with how this looks. It is great in that regard. In fact, I think I like this better visually than the time they made that Lego Fender Stratocaster guitar. That one seemed off to me. Oh, you just hate ukuleles. Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't say hate, but it is one of my least favorite instruments just to hear. I think it'd be fun to play, but yeah, it's not fun to hear. I'm giving this one like a 9, though. I'm surprising myself. I'm really trying to remove my bias just because I don't care about ukuleles, but when I do that, this is a solid set. Actually, you know what? I take that back. I'm giving it an 8 because both of the side builds, both of the alternate builds, rather, are super weak. You never build neither of these. These are bad. This is good. Love the fretboard, especially. Also, the choice to make everything this sort of dentist green color. That's a nice choice. Don't know why that was the choice, but I like it. You get an 8. Oh, here we go. Another overpriced tiny ship. This one's not as bad. It's still kind of ridiculous. No studs exposed? Yeah, correct. $80 for something this small is ridiculous, but it's closer to the realm of reasonability than the Millennium Falcon. That's about the best praise I can give it price-wise. Price aside, visually, for a small-scale Tantive... Oh, this is Tantive 4. I always call it the Tantive 5. I apologize. Tantive 4. This looks great. This is the best Tantive 4 visually we've gotten in LEGO. Even the bigger one from a while back, not as good. This looks perfect. I just wish it wasn't $80. Considering that it's this small and it's got 654 pieces, I would put it closer to 65 tops. 70 would be too much. 80 is definitely too much. But it looks wonderful. I will give this one... If I gave the Falcon a... Did I give the Falcon a 5 or a 6? This gets a 7. It's really good, I just don't like the price. The ukulele beat it. Oh, here's one that people were excited about. The Clone Trooper and Battle Droid Battle Pack. We love a set that has battle in the name twice. And this is definitely a battle. This is the most battle we've gotten in a LEGO battle pack. You got 5 droids plus Big Daddy droid. And then you got 4 clones. Yeah, this is good. I do wish it was $25 instead of $30, but considering how many figures you get, it's pretty nice. I don't know why this guy's holding a LEGO Heroica plate. It goes on top of the box, but still, I don't know why he's holding it. But it looks good. I don't love the look of this droid. It looks like a very cheap version of what it's going for. I also don't love whatever this is. This looks kind of stupid. It looks like they're going to fall off. But that's not what I come for these battle packs. I just come for, hey, am I getting a lot of figures that I can make battle? Absolutely. You're going to have a fun time, especially if you're young and you want to have an actual Star War in your living room or in your kitchen. This is giving you a huge kickstart for that. You gotta love it. This gets a 9.5. I'm bringing out the decimal. The only 0.5 off is because I wish it was slightly cheaper. But it's great. Exotic Peacock. I don't know what to say about this one. Something about this set just doesn't work for me, and I don't know why. I like being able to explain when I don't like a set, but something about this just... I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the fact that these gold and lime leaves are metallic, and so are these, and that makes it look off to me. I don't know, this feels like the neon sign version of a peacock as opposed to an actual peacock. And I think the distribution of studs is a little too much. I don't know. I have a hard time explaining this one, but personally I'm going to give this like a 6.5. My favorite thing about this set is just all of these green Nexo Night Shield pieces. And this yellow little tooth. That's cool. I don't like much else about it. The price is good for 350 pieces, but I just don't like what I'm getting. I'm sorry, Peacock. Not the streaming service. Medieval Town Square. This one was revealed just the other day. I like how they're really proud of the fact that this includes a new color of goat. Can we get like a good close-up shot? Nope, we can't. This is the best we got. That's a shame. Yeah, this reminds me of a set that came out long ago. It was one of the last castle sets to ever be released. And I don't remember what it was called, but it was something similar to Medieval Town Square. I like that one significantly better than this. And I have a hard time explaining why. Something about the roofs all being that similar style, and there being so much beige and dark tan. This doesn't bring the excitement that a lot of LEGO Castle and LEGO Kingdoms sets do. Even like, I don't just think it's because they're going, or maybe it is. Maybe it's because they're going for more realism here. But I think they went for realism in... I don't know, I'm just not excited by it. And I feel like for a set like this, for a castle set that kids are going to be playing with, it needs to be more immediately exciting. Feel free to disagree with me on this, and any of them, but I would be curious to know other people's opinions on this. Like, do people generally love this? Am I one of the few people that's being a little bit negative of this one? I don't know. I do love that the goat is making a comeback. We've gotten a lot of goats recently, haven't we? We've gotten like friends goats, baby goats. I think we got a Duplo goat somewhere. The goats are taking over. And I'm all for it. I just don't love this set as much as I want to. I would give this another 6.5. Yeah, it's the same thing with the peacock. This and the peacock, I don't really know why I don't like it very much, but I don't. Visually, it's not coming together for me. My favorite part is the little tower, because it reminds me of one of the LEGO Creator castles that I like. And also the Lion Knight castle. That was awesome. One of the best LEGO sets of the past few years. We finally made it to page 2. This is going to take a long time. I need to get a little faster, because man. Retro camera. I think the main build for this set is really good. The main build would get a 9 out of 10. The problem is I don't like the side builds. This camcorder has way too many studs showing to look good for me. And the other one, the TV, nah. Nah, I'm good. I don't know why there are 6 displays. Yeah, to me, it's like, I have to try to balance it out. So 9 out of 10 for the main one, 7 out of 10 for the camcorder, and that's being generous. 5 out of 10 for the TV, so it gets a 7 rounded together. I really do like this little Lego strap thing on the side, though. That could be useful for a lot of stuff. It could be a fun way to accessorize an actual object you have. The Invisible Hand. This is the cheapest of the small Star Wars ship things. That's not a TV, it's an abomination. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I know they're going for like a really old-timey TV, but it doesn't even achieve that to me. I don't like it. The Mario set, that one Mario set with the tiny Mario that jumped up and down when you spun the crank, that did the old-timey TV way better. Invisible Hand. I don't have too much love for this ship in the Star Wars universe. This isn't a ship that I've been waiting for personally, but I know a lot of people have. So I'm going to try to put myself in the mind of those people and go, does this look good for what it is? Yes. I'm a little disappointed that it's this small, but considering that it's this small, how's the price? Okay. This is the most reasonable price of the 3. 550 pieces, $50. $50 for this size feels a bit much, but there is a lot of detail. One of the most interesting things to me about this set that I haven't heard anyone else point out yet online is this little thing up here. It looks like we have 2 clear, flat, rounded pieces connected to an upside down, inverted round tile with studs on it. I want so many of those pieces. I love the upside down, inverted 2x2 square tiles with studs. I want a bunch of these in a bunch of colors. That's the most exciting thing. But this looks good overall. I do wish it was slightly cheaper, but it's not insane. So I'll give it an 8. The best of the small ships, for sure. Festival calendar. That's what we were all waiting for. The calendar set. All of the festival sets are good. I've yet to see a bad one. But this is one of the least exciting. Are these stickered or are they printed? That's what I'm curious about. It's hard to tell. If they're printed, that's great. If they're stickers, less great. But overall, I'll give this like a 7. It's good. 7 is like my number I give a set when it's good, but I don't care that much. 7. The Mack LR electric garbage truck. I watched a Jangbricks review of this, and it does exactly what you would want it to do very well. Do we get to see it dump some stuff into the truck? Come on, you gotta show us. There it goes! Yes. And then we're gonna dump it onto the street. Let's go! $32. Weird price. I always get a little annoyed at LEGO when they make a price that isn't on a $5 mark, because it just feels like they're trying to get a little bit more money out of you. Like, we couldn't go with 30, 32. But I honestly, with this, I wouldn't have been mad if they made it 35. Like, they could have done more. Make this $3 more expensive and make the Millennium Falcon less expensive. Yeah, this is a good deal. It's perfect for what it is. I don't love Technic very much, but I'm going to not care about that for now and say this is great. 10 out of 10 Technic set. Probably the best Technic set I can remember. Here's the main man from the thumbnail. Rocket and Baby Groot. Now, once again, this is a set that I don't particularly care for. I like my sets to be minifig scale, personally, but I'm going to pretend I'm a person who likes any scale of LEGO set. This Rocket Raccoon looks awesome. I could look at this man screech all day. Oh, there's a lack of articulation. Yeah, let me take a closer look at that. Let me see what's going on there. So I'm assuming it's just like the hips and the ankles. And the wrists? There's no knees or elbows. It looks like it. Or are there elbows? It's hard to tell. I don't think so. No, there's not. I still like it, though. I still like it. I think that too much articulation can be a problem sometimes. This one, it doesn't bother me too much. The elbow thing is a little disappointing, but I'm glad it doesn't have knee articulation. That face is just so good, though. Look at him screaming. Look at him. Look at his nose. Look at his eyes. Look at this. Look at the way they built his tail. A bunch of barrels and a bush. That's so good. $60 is $10 more than I'd want to pay for this, but that doesn't affect it too much. I'll give it a 9. 9 out of 10. I really like this little guy. He's a scoundrel in the best way. The Japan postcard. Here's another set that I have a really hard time caring about. You tell me that you built a postcard on a Lego. That's not bringing me it's not bringing me around. But I'm gonna try to care for a second. I'm gonna try to think that I really like postcards. It does look like a $5 set, maybe $7, and it's $15. I'd want to pay maximum $10 for this, I think. It does have 262 pieces, which is very surprising given what I'm looking at. But I always agree with what Jangbricks says. He says, price per volume of stuff is more important than price per part. That is very true. If all of the parts are super small and the thing you build ends up being the size of a postcard, you know, that doesn't feel like you should pay that much for it. So I think it looks fine for what it is, but the price is more than I'd want. I give this a 7. Flowers in watering can. Man, they just keep hitting me with these sets that I don't care about the theme. I don't want to build flowers in watering can, but I have to pretend I do. Okay, I'm a gardener. I'm a gardener now. I've decided this. What do I think about this set? It's fine. I think the watering can doesn't look that great. It looks very boxy. Yeah, the name is very just by the numbers. Just, here's what it is. I think the flowers and the butterflies look... I think the flowers look very good. I think the butterflies look fine. I think the watering can looks kind of like a shoe that someone sawed the bottom off of and then stuck watering can parts onto the side of. Which, funny I mentioned that, this thing can turn into a dang shoe. And I think that's part of why this watering can is so boxy. So it can turn into things that are less round. Like a couple of birds. That is funny. I'm curious to see, or I would be curious to hear what people would say if they weren't familiar with this set and you were like, okay, here's the first 2 builds. Watering can. Shoe. What do you think the third one is? How many people out of 1 million do you think would say, oh, I think it's going to become 2 birds? I would be surprised if more than 1 said that. I'd be surprised if even 1 said that. Yeah, I just think that's funny. Flowers and watering can, though, it's a bit of a mixed bag. I give it a 7.5. I like it better than the previous thing we looked at, but I have a really hard time feeling excited about this, even if I pretend to be a passionate gardener. Let's go to Red Dragon. Okay, 150 pieces, $10, Dragon. This is a set that back when I was like in my prime Lego age, maybe a little younger, this would have been my jam. It's kind of still my jam. Like I love this. I love this very much. I wish this became part of a series where we would get a blue dragon, then a green dragon, yellow. We just keep getting more and more, and they're not just recolors. They look slightly different, but they're all in this style. That would be great. We need just a line of dragon sets for kids to play with and make up things. At least for now, if you want to have a little fun cartoon adventure with characters, you can just buy 3 of this set and build a dragon, a bird, which this is supposed to be a phoenix, but it really just looks like a bird to me. Some type of bird. And this goofy looking fish. Why is he so goofy? This man has 1 brain cell tops. This is a great set though. 10 out of 10. Perfect. I do like the fish. I'm just saying, he's so goofy. He's criminally goofy. The burger truck. $20 for the burger truck feels like slightly too much. I know I just said that I don't like when Lego makes prices that aren't 5s, but I would take this for 18. I'm getting that picky. It's $2 too expensive. Ideally, I would like it at 15, but I could do 18 if I must. I do really like this set though. Price aside, it looks good. I like that you can take the burger off and just have it be a burger stand. And then our boy can just drive around this weird vacant truck. It's really good. It's a good set. I give it a 9. The only thing I have a problem with is it's slightly too expensive. The Fauna Collection. Macaw Parrots. If I wanted to hang some macaws on my wall, would I be willing to pay $60 for it? 644 pieces. I mean, they are big. These things are very large. I could see it. You know, because I could imagine going to Hobby Lobby. You know Hobby Lobby. I could imagine going there and getting a couple of wooden parrots and putting them on my wall. And it would probably cost around the same price. I don't love this set, but if you're someone who does want to hang birds on your wall for some reason, which is a very niche, a niche group of people, I think you're going to be satisfied. I do agree that they look like paper, but personally, I don't hate that. I don't hate it because I do feel like they're designed to be wall decor first and foremost, not really resemble the actual birds 100%. I think it's an interesting stylistic choice. The pink one is way more interesting to me just because of the way that the feathers splay out. They're both good though. I give this a 8.5. Personally, I don't love it, but for what it is, very good. Not a terrible price. Heavy Duty Bulldozer. I love seeing the words heavy duty be applied to something so small. For a small Technic set, this looks perfect. I love how it looks. The only problem I have with it is that it's not $10. This so much looks like a $10 set. I could easily see this going for $10, even though it's almost 200 pieces, but it's $12.99. That's not terrible though. I give this a 9.5. It's a pretty perfect little thing. And red gear wheel things? That's cool. Is this Rhett McLaughlin's son? Didn't know he was doing stuff. Hedgehog picnic date. What the heck is this? What is this? Is this the Valentine's Day exclusive? I think if you're getting your partner, those are so cute. Okay, someone likes them. Someone likes them. I was gonna say if I'm getting someone a Valentine's Day set, I'm probably getting them the bouquet of roses for $60. I'm not a fan of these little goofy dudes. To me, the fish from the dragon set was delightfully goofy. This is goofy in a way that annoys me a little bit. But I guess that's up to preference. I also really don't like the mushroom. I'm fine with the top being a heart, but the stem itself is so flat and wide. And the picnic blanket itself, that's only big enough for one of them to sit on. And they can't because the stud's in the middle. And all they brought to the picnic was a single chocolate bar. That's not enough sustenance unless you're going to eat the ladybug. This one gets a generous 6.5 from me. I'm not vibing with it. No. Get the flowers. The name of the bulldozer reminds me of that time when I named a stick bug the Destroyer of Worlds. Yeah, exactly. I like that better, though. I do like that. They are hedgehogs. They are going to eat the mushrooms. Oh, they're going to have a feast then. They're going to eat that big old mushroom. Let's go. Spider-Man versus Sandman. The final battle. It feels like DLC. It's giving DLC. I'm sorry. This should have just been part of the Statue of Liberty thing. And that should have been more expensive. Didn't a version of the Shocker come in the Statue of Liberty set? So now we're getting 2 of him for the same scene? Why is that? I mean, the top half of Sandman looks good, but it's the top half. You don't get the bottom half. That really kills the play value. The minifigs look awesome. But if Spider-Man has to fight these guys and the top half of Sandman, I just don't love that as a concept. I want all of Sandman. You can take his torso off. Like, what? Let me put it on something else. I don't want to display it on a flying saucer. Stop that. Conceptually, this one bugs me. I've been letting a lot of the other ones that conceptually I don't love go. Like, I can put that aside. This one annoys me too much. I think a lot of people who get this set who like Spider-Man are gonna want the bottom half of Sandman. And it doesn't give it to you. Do you remember when Shocker was cloned in the movie? I don't remember that. Someone's gotta catch me up on the lore. I haven't been keeping up with Marvel since Falcon and Winter Soldier, which I loved. That's my favorite thing on Disney+. Just a little tangent there. Oh, I give this set a 7.5. It all looks really good, but you get a bunch of points off for not having the bottom half of Sandman. And for being overpriced. Andrea's Modern Mansion. That is very modern. I'll give it that. What is this car? Hold up. Do we get a close-up of the car? We don't. Lego, what the heck are you doing? I want to look at the car. That car looks dope. I'm not used to friend sets having really cool-looking cars. I need to see this from multiple angles. Oh, okay, wow. The back of this slaps. The back of this is great. You know what doesn't slap? The $200 price. I would be fine paying $180 for this. I know it comes with 2,275 pieces, but that's a little too expensive for me. This is going to be pretty big, though. And having that many rooms does provide a lot of play value. I like how the bathroom is just in this dark crevice. That's fun. I can't figure out if this is a bed or a couch, but I feel like that's something that you would say if you walked into a super fancy modern mansion. This set slaps. A little expensive for me, but this is one of the most banger sets I've seen so far. This gets a 9.5. I don't love the price, and I don't love the front of it as much as I want to from some angles, but the back is so good. This is an ultimate playset for people who are fans of LEGO Friends. Why isn't there a kitchen but a bar? Smoothies. That's their sustenance. That's all they need. They put it in that little shaker cup. Oh, wait. That probably sounded awful. I'm sorry. But it was for the theme. Wild safari animals. What kind of animals we got? Giraffe. There we go. Flamingo. Yeah. What else? Lion. Okay. Antelope? Is that what that is? Gazelle. Gazelle. Okay. This is one of the few LEGO creator sets I can think of where all 3 builds, the A, B, and C model, all look amazing. Like, these could have all been the A model. This is crazy. The only thing that makes them not look like the A model is there's a little bit too many studs and some random holes. But aside from that, this is great. Everything looks awesome. My favorite animal is the tree. I love that for you. I love that. It's not a bad tree. Sometimes LEGO makes some bad trees, but for the setting, I could see this tree making sense. This butterfly is terrifying. Why is it huge? Why is it... Oh my god, dude, if I ever see a butterfly that big in real life, I'm probably fainting. That is too much for my brain to handle. This set's great. $65 for almost 800 pieces. You know what? This giraffe's huge, so I can give it that. That's good. 10 out of 10. I'm also slightly biased because my favorite animal is a giraffe. Venom mech armor versus Miles Morales. Why does Venom have mech armor? He can just be big. Okay, well, the flamingo is gorgeous. You're right. I overlooked that a little too much. It's a perfect flamingo, especially at that size. Venom mech armor versus Miles Morales. It's $15, so that's good. Not too expensive. If this was $20, it'd be trash. I love that this picture makes it look like the mech has just rejected Venom and has spit him out. This is identical to an image we saw in the Sandman set, but they replaced the characters. I think I like the mech more without Venom in it. This looks like a balanced fight. Yeah, you're right. I like this mech way more when I think about it as a sentient being on its own. Think something like Omega from the Sonic franchise. I think as that, it looks great. When you stick Venom in it, I become less interested because he looks so stupid. Just his tiny little minifigure head sticking out the top of this big old thing. It's fine though. It's fine. I give it an 8. It'd be fun for kids. Kids, I recommend just using the mech as its own entity. Have them team up with Venom. They can go around destroying New York or whatever, Manhattan. The John Deere, that number, forage harvester. This LEGO Technic set brings up some interesting questions. The main one being, when does a LEGO Technic set stop being a LEGO Technic set? And what I mean by that is, how many system parts can you put on a Technic set before it stops feeling like a Technic build? This uses so many system parts. And to me, because I'm not a huge Technic fan, I don't mind it. But I could see people who are hardcore into Technic having a problem with how much system's used. Visually though, this looks very good. I don't think it's big enough to justify being $40. And you know what? You might be right, Jambus. You might be right. It might be the licensing that made this $40 instead of $30. I could see it at $35. It does have a stinky sticker, you're correct. It's so small, too. It's so small. Ooh, as a Bionicle fan myself, I'm loving these yellow claw pieces. That's great. I also like this little thing that sticks out the side, which is also built using system parts. This is a weird Technic set, man. It's not bad, it's just weird how much system's used. I give this another 8.5. It gets a seal of excellence from me. Just a little tiny bit overpriced. Oh, here we go. Got more mech armor. War Machine. Now this makes more sense. It also looks better. And because of all the bulk, I think that the $15 price point is justified more also. This is a good set. It's a little bit overpriced. And I don't like the stud shooter. But the minifigure is great. The mech looks great. This gets a solid 9. The War Machine helmet does look rad. I like how menacing he looks. Step aside, Tony Stark. I'll hang out with this guy. Okay, only 9 more pages to go. That means this should only take 4.5 more hours. Yeah! Let's go! Hope you guys are in for the long haul, because I'm not stopping until I get through all of them. Space astronaut. That feels redundant. What? As opposed to what? Space astronaut. He does look very cool. What the heck is that? That felt cursed. I don't like watching that. The main astronaut looks great. This spaceship, a little chunky for me, but I still like it. It has enough uniqueness to it to make it feel cool. Especially from a lower angle like this. Space Dog, he's fine. I feel bad for him that he can only look at the sky, but he's cool. Stand included. Indeed. They got a stand for this also. And a stand for the dog. Okay, that's what I was wondering. It looks good for what it is. $55 for this giant man. Pretty good. Almost 650 pieces. Also pretty good. This gets a 9.5. But why is it not wearing his helmet? Oh no. That's why he's staring at the sky as if he is detached from the world. He's dead. No. Poor guy. Family reunion celebration. $130. I mean, I guess this is kind of big, but oh, it's deep. That's why. I didn't realize it was that far back. Grandpa, what are you doing with those fireworks? Chef, why are you talking to Goldman? What is going on? This is one of my least favorite of the like festival sets, spring festival sets. It doesn't strike me visually as much as the others do, but it's still fine. And I like that it really has a lot of space to put the minifigures inside. I give this like a 8.5 again. 8.5. I wish it was 120 maybe. It's a lot of pieces though, and a lot of minifigures. You know what? I'll bump it up to 9. It's good. Just not as exciting as I'd want it to be. The toilet is in the corner again, you're correct. At least this time it's not as dark. It doesn't feel like a crevice. The McLaren Extreme E-Race car. This is fine. Visually it looks very good. So many stickers. Like, that's gonna be some death. That's gonna be absolute trash. But it looks good. It looks fun. $27. I wish it should be $25. Especially given that it's 252 pieces. That's just begging for a $25 price point. That's my only gripe with it though. This gets a 9. It's good. Too many stickers. A little too expensive. Forest animals. Red fox. I love his face. This face is adorable. They captured the furriness of it so well. I have a cat that reminds me of a fox. This reminds me of him, so they captured a fox's essence very well. You can also make it into an owl. Owl looks good too. Shout out to Mume. Squirrel looks slightly less good. Oh no, never mind. He looks good. This might be another banger. Another banger from LEGO Creator 3-in-1. They did it with the giraffe set. They did it again with the fox set. Also, LEGO Acorn, surprisingly, I don't know, something about that is very, like, aesthetically pleasing for me. I don't know why. I don't know why the acorn is the thing I'm focusing on. Worst thing about this set, this tree. This tree looks stupid, but I can forgive it, because everything else is so good. $50 feels like a little bit much, but maybe the fox is bigger than I think. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt and give this a 9.5. Motorcycle chase. Spider-Man versus Doc Ock. It's a fish flying at the camera. Spider-Man sure does own a lot of motorcycles for some reason. This looks fine though, and I love that it's $10. I guess it's good. Yeah, I love the new banana peel piece. Personally, I don't care at all about the Doc Ock being half Venom. That does nothing for me. I'd rather it just be normal Doc Ock. But I can put that aside. I can forget about that. I hope this arm printing isn't trash. So many Spider-Men have like dark red printing on their arms that's not supposed to be dark red. Oh, we might be able to see it in this image. Show me this image up close. Why can't I zoom in, please? I think it's gonna be dark red. It's gonna be dark, man. Come on. I do love the shot of the trash can. Who disposed of an entire femur in the trash can? That new banana peel piece rocks. This is good. 9 out of 10. Daffodils. Okay, out of all the botanical collection sets, this one kind of sucks. Am I wrong? Am I like, do you guys agree with me, or do you think this is okay? To me, this one feels the least realistic of all of them. It just feels so flat. This feels like something I would have built if I was trying to build a flower when I was young. Yeah, too stiff, exactly. It looks like a bunch of sentient flowers who are holding their arms up in the air and going, woo! That's the sound they're making. I don't like these. They look better when they're like this. They do look better in the vase. Or the vase. But they're just so stiff. Yeah, I don't like them. $15 is a good price. But considering they don't look good, I can't give them higher than a 7. You get a 7. Mini Disney Ariel's Castle. I don't understand why this set exists, but let's pretend I want to have like a micro scale Disneyland. Is this doing a good job giving me Ariel's Castle? Yeah. I'm glad that they took out the awkward part of the castle. If you know, you know. It's good though. It's got an appropriate amount of detail. Considering it's this small though, I do hate that it's $40. That's rough. Then again though, I could see this reasonably going for $35 somehow. I guess because it's 557 pieces. The Ariel minifigure does look good. Oh, it looks... I like that side view there where you can see this golden edge with all the spires. That's nice. I hate this. That's Uncanny Valley. Okay. Of the 3 mini castles, I assume we're going to see the other 2 later. Ah, yeah, you knew. MacDale knows what I'm talking about with that one tower. This is the worst of the three, I think, but I think that's more so just because I don't like the design of the actual castle from the movie, and less because LEGO did a bad job. So this gets a 7.5. Prisoner of Azkaban minifigures. What on earth? Huh? What? Okay, Sirius Black is balding. Someone's got to help him. Hermione looks like she's straight out of the late 80s or early 90s. Harry still looks like he's in Sorcerer's Stone. This looks like a demon. And this thing that's supposed to look like a demon just looks stupid. Am I being too harsh? Like, I've been trying to be pretty positive up until now, but this one's really not doing it for me. The best figure is probably Sirius Black, because I guess he does kind of look like he's balding a little bit in the movie. But man, I just don't like these. I especially hate the Dementor. That one's bad. If you removed these two dudes and just gave us these three, it'd be a little bit better for me, but I don't like these at all. This gets a 4. One of the worst scores so far. Okay price, but I'm not liking it. Oh no, I just said okay price, now we're gonna get a very not okay price. Not even 400 pieces. $85. What happened? What is this? Who allowed this? This is like the Hoopty all over again. If you know, you know. The Hoopty from last year. What a travesty. Yeah, $30 too expensive. I could see this. Yeah, 55 would work. 55 would work perfectly fine. 60 would be pushing it. But I could... nah, 55. I'm glad we finally get Cyclops, and... Is that Phoenix? Who is this? Who's this? Rogue. I'm not familiar with Rogue. I'm not a big X-Men person, I'm sorry. Magneto looks like a grandma, but I assume that's accurate to some version of him. The jet itself looks... Why is there not a good angle of it? I'm gonna have to watch the spinny thing. Okay, it looks fine. It looks fine. I like the look of it well enough. It's just way too expensive. She was emo in the movies? Okay. Having a name like Rogue does track with that. I'm gonna give this a 6, because I think it's great, but it's way overpriced. So overpriced. Boarding the Tantive 4. I thought this was Captain Rex when I first saw him, then I found out it was 5s. And as someone who did not watch the Clone Wars much at all, I barely have a connection to this character. But if you do like this character, he looks great. He looks so good. I don't know why he's not in this picture. I don't know why we don't get a close-up of him, but he looks good. Oh, your planet needs you again? Alright, I understand. Oh, this is your favorite set. Oh, there's a misprint on the helmet. Interesting. I wouldn't know. I would not know. See, my personal preference for this set would be we get the little side bits of the hallway on both sides. I know that would make it harder to play with. Maybe you could make one wall removable. But to me, any set that just has like an L-shaped wall and that's it, that doesn't work for me. I think even if they just had another one of these walls on the other side, that would work. I just don't like there only being 2 walls. It feels too open. It takes me out of the space in a way that I don't like. Minifigures look great across the board. I want these guys. I remember getting the Rebel Trooper Battle Pack when I was young, and I love that set. These guys look like way better versions of those. This is good, a little overpriced. This should be $45. I could see $50, but I wouldn't like it. I give it an 8.5, which is surprisingly high considering I'm definitely not buying this. The blue things on the top should all be connected. Interesting, okay. I wonder why they didn't do that. Bowser's Muscle Car expansion set. I don't care much at all for the LEGO Mario sets, but this one breaks out of the norm because this almost feels like a minifig scale Mario set. It's just Bowser driving his car. I don't know why he has a car, but he's got a car. And it can drop bombs out of the back. It all looks good. Bowser looks great at this scale. I want to see the car more. Okay. The car is not my favorite design, but it's probably accurate to whatever game it comes from. If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably from 3D something? One of the 3D games? Yep, it looks good. Only $30 also? That's not a bad deal. That's not bad. I give this an 8.5. The off-road race buggy. It is a buggy. It looks a little small for $20, but there's a good amount of detail. This is fine. 7.5. I'm speeding through this one. I don't have much to say. And I realize that I'm going way too slow. Spider-Man keychain. I don't care about that. I do not care about the keychains. That's not a set. Let me sort by sets only. Go back to page 3. Okay. So next, okay, here I'm going to tear into this one, man. I hate this set. I despise it. This is a bad alternate build. This is a fine one. But this shoe is so boxy, and it's a shoe. I mean, it's a roller skate, but still. The laces are so thick. The best thing about this set by far is you get giant pink tires. I never thought we were going to get those. That's very interesting. But I just despise everything that this set stands for. Even if I was someone who was like roller skating on the reg, I don't think I'd love the design of this. It just looks so flat on the sides. It looks so boxy around the back. Yeah, that's rough. It's a rough one. I think this is worse than these two, better than this one. So I'll give it a 6.5. Uh-oh, we got a bad one. We got one I don't like. Sonic the Hedgehog, Knuckles and Shadow Brickheads. I don't like any of the Sonic Brickheads. I really don't. I don't think they capture the Sonic style very well. The parts that LEGO has in their inventory just don't lend themselves well to making the faces of Sonic characters. Knuckles looks okay. Shadow, it doesn't work for me. But neither one of these is that accurate to the character, I think. Sorry, guys. I'm going to have to give you a 4.5. Not good brickheads. Here's one of the weirdest names of a set I've seen. The Auspicious Dragon. You know... It's good. I don't know what I was about to say. It's good. It looks good. I love the angles. I love all of these repeated prints. I like the color scheme. The only thing I don't like about it is the eyes. I think it's easy to take off the stand also. Yeah, I like it a lot. I suppose there is a lack of articulation, but it looks this good. I can forgive it. Yeah, it's great. I give this a 9. Hold up, let me do an audio check for a second, because it's raining, and the raindrops on my window are very loud. I want to see if I can hear them on the stream. I want to know if that's a problem. I'm not hearing anything. Okay. I think we're good. I think we're good. Hamster wheel. Oh, okay. I remember this set now. This is the one where the hamster has little wheels for feet. It can also turn into a dog or a cat. That's perfect. That's exactly what you would want for alternate builds. This is good. It's not my favorite set, because this just isn't my thing, but it's good. Is it $30 good? No. Hamster. Yeah. I agree. Yeah, I think this should have been $25, not $30. It is 416 pieces. That's more pieces than it looks like. But it's just not giving $30 for me. I give it an 8. It's a solid 8. It's not for me, but for whoever it is for, I think they'll like it. Spring Animal Playground. I think I hate it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think I hate it. The tree is okay. It's a very thick tree, but that's fine because LEGO does very thin, spindly trees way too much. Seesaw's fine. I just really don't like the animals themselves, and I feel like it's a big part of this set. Did they both lay an egg? How did this thing lay an egg? What is that thing? I don't even know what animal this is. Why are these much better looking birds hanging out next to him? I thought that was the yellow bird from Angry Birds. Yeah, it looks like an Angry Birds character more so than... I don't know what they're going for is the problem. If they're going for something super goofy, I guess they did it, but I still don't like it. I'm gonna have to give this like a 5. Sometimes I just can't put my bias aside. I try to. Not in this case. Oh, here's something I actually can complain about, objectively. This campfire should have used that side of log print. And it doesn't. That's a sin. Flatbed truck with helicopter. This reminds me of sets that I used to get way back in the day, back when they had LEGO Racers sets that came in tiny canisters. This looks like a good version of one of those. I don't know that it looks like a $20 set, but it does have almost 300 pieces, so that's not too bad. The alternate builds are not good. That's not good. This one's kind of charming. This one's okay, but I really don't like either of these. If I was getting this, I would definitely just make the main build. I'd want to see this at 15 though. Maybe that's asking too much, especially for this many pieces, but it's not doing it for me. I do like the general look though, so I'll give it a very light 8. The lightest 8 you can give. Oh, and we're finally on to page 4. Okay, I've decided, just for the sake of my voice, which doesn't like talking for long lengths of time, I'm only going to do half of it this stream, and then I'm going to do another stream very soon, within the next week, where I do the other half. So we're going to go through this page and the next page, and then the rest I'm going to save for later. But I will review them all. I will. Sailboat. I remember when this set got revealed, and I remember thinking, wow, this is the most boring looking Lego set I've seen in a while. And it's not because it's a sailboat. I have nothing against sailboats. Sailboats are fine. This just looks like they said, okay, we have to build a sailboat. What's the most basic way we can achieve that build? And then they did that. It's just white. The top is white. There's a ring of tan around the outside. There's a dolphin off to the side, but he's just kind of stuck to a plate. It feels like they did the bare minimum. And I don't like that. I don't like it. I think some LEGO sets these days are detailed more than they need to be, and that ups the price a little bit too much, but this one is under detailed, and that bothers me even more. I'm going to give this one a 6. It's a good price, I think. It's an okay price, but it's just not enough detail. Hello, H. I think I said this before, but that's a good letter. I like that. I would not be able to make my name Phill Frost without that letter, so thank you for your service. Rocket's Warbird versus Ronin. Now this is appropriate amount of detail for me. This looks good. Let's see a spinny view. How deep is it? Okay. It looks good from all sides. I like these iridescent pieces. Or maybe they're not iridescent. Maybe they're just transparent light blue. It looks good though. The Ronin set, or not Ronin, the Ronin minifigure looks very good. I don't remember the last Ronin they made, but I think this one looks better than that. Lots of detail going through that. Yeah, you're right. Small but costly. $38. That's a weird price, and it's too much, especially given that it's not even 300 pieces. I could see this max 35, ideally closer to 30. But otherwise, price aside, it's good. So I'm going to give this a 8.5. Planet Earth and Moon in Orbit. I've never seen this set in my life. I had no idea this was a thing. I need to see a video of this one. Okay. It's got a tracker for what month you're in. This is very cool. We did not need to zoom in on the sun though. That was not good. My only complaint about this is that I think it's too bulky, but I guess they had to make it that bulky to make it work. It looks the function is amazing. This reminds me of something that JK Brickworks would make, if you know that guy. You've probably seen him on YouTube Shorts or something. He pops up all the time. He's a genius. Here's some people. Here's a person looking at someone looking at the set. What? Okay. Yeah, this one's good, but it's not It's fun to see it work, but it's not fun to just look at from a distance when it's motionless. $75, oof. That's not fun. I would give this a 7.5 to go with the price. Construction Steamroller. This one kind of follows the same issue that I had with the sailboat, which is that it feels like they just got the name Construction Steamroller and built it exactly the easiest way they could and then said, we're done. And I don't like that. I do like that they include a hairpiece for this dude, though. Shout out to LEGO for that one. That would be I don't know about that. This would be a big polybag set. Having to fit this giant piece in there and these big old tires and 3 of these things. $10 feels a little steep, but you know, $10, that's not too bad for anything. I'd pay $10 just to get like a pack of a bunch of small Lego trees. Yeah, I give this a 7. I like it better than the sailboat, but it is under detailed to me. Oh no. I forgot how to speak. Interstellar spaceship. You got person, you got tiny robot, and you got the ship itself. This is a very good looking spaceship. I wish it was slightly bigger for $20, but maybe it's bigger than I think it is. Maybe it would be bigger if I had it in person. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say this is very good. I don't think it's the most interesting spaceship I've ever seen, but I do like it a lot better than, like, say, the classic Lego space ships that they did. This looks a lot more sleek thanks to the new parts that they have nowadays. I'm going to give this an 8.5. Spider-Man race car versus Venom Green Goblin. Why is everyone turning into Venom? No. Also, why does this car look so bad? Is it just me? I don't like the way this car looks. It's also just funny to imagine Spider-Man getting in a car and driving somewhere. I like this significantly less than the Miles Morales versus Venom set and also the motorcycle set versus Doc Ock. This is the worst of the Spider-Man sets we've seen so far. I give this a 5. I don't like the look of any of it that much. Wait a second. Wait. I give this a 3. This is $35? Absolutely not. This should be $20 tops. That car is not very big, and it's only 227 pieces. Oh, no. You messed up, LEGO. This is now the worst rated set of the day to me. 3 out of 10. Okay, here's a good one, though. Here's a good one. When I think of a $10 set, here's what I want. It's only $2 less than Sandman. Yeah, that's horrible. What are they doing over there in the pricing department at LEGO? I need to go over to Sweden and have a conversation with some people. Go-karts and race drivers. Weird name. Race drivers? What? Is that a term that anyone has used in their life? I love this set, though. For a $10 set, this is perfect. To me, I like to imagine like a family with 2 or 3 kids going through the checkout line, and there's a $10 set sitting off to the side, and one of the kids goes, oh, can I get this, please? It's only $10. And then they go, okay, Johnny, you can get it. And then, you know what? For only $10, this set gives you 2 vehicles and 2 minifigures. That's bringing the heat. That's a great deal. I don't care that these go-karts are super small. It's fine. It's $10 and they look good And these people look good. And everything is good. $10, 10 stars. The Mercedes AMG F1 W14E Performance. Wow, that's way too many random letters there. That's not LEGO's fault, but man, that was quite a thing to read. This looks amazing. I don't care for Technic sets very much, but as far as Technic sets go, this is gorgeous. Probably helps that it's mostly black. That helps it all to blend together well. Oh, it looks even better from this top-down angle. This could just be a straight-up model of the actual car. Not made of LEGO. It's too expensive for 1,642 pieces, but it is really big. I would want it to be closer to 180, 190. But the price is the only problem I have with it, so I will give this a strong 9. Oh no, it's a LEGO set with a pun in it! LEGO, why are you doing this to me? Yoshi's Excellent Forest Expansion Set. I mean, if you want Yoshi's, that's good. If you want to not read puns, it's not good. Oh, it's only $10 though. Okay, you know what? It's fine. This is a fine set. Name aside, if I pretend the name doesn't exist, if I just pretend this is called Yoshi's Are Looking at a Tree, then this is a great set. Great Mario set. You get pink Yoshi, you get yellow Yoshi, you get apples, you get tree. And you get these really cool rounded base pieces that I want 1,000 of. Genuinely. If anyone out there is trying to get rid of 1,000 of these pieces, send them to my P.O. box, which I don't have. This is very good. This gets a 9.5. 0.5 off because of the pun. Hagrid's Hut. An Unexpected Visit. What? Is this a Hobbit reference? What's going on? Why'd they name it that? I love how happy Hagrid looks in this set. He's like, whoa! That's the sound I imagine him making when he's doing that. That dog is big! Why is he so chunky? Why is the dog so chunky? Oh my gosh. Why is Hagrid letting this dragon eat Ron's hand? Why is Draco doing animal cruelty? I think, yeah, I've heard some people don't like this Hagrid's Hut. They're like, nah, the old Hagrid's Huts looked better. I disagree. To me, this is my favorite looking Hagrid's Hut. And it uses a ton of pieces. Almost 900 pieces. Which is surprising. It doesn't look like it uses that many because it's not that big. My problem with this set is that it's $75. I know that it has a ton of pieces, but it's just not big enough to justify being $75. I love the way it opens. I love all the figures. I love everything about this set except the price. This is one of my favorite LEGO Harry Potter sets of the past 10 years. But it's just not bringing the price I want. Maybe I'm being a little greedy, but I think LEGO might be being a little greedy personally. Yeah, I give this a 9. I love it so much that I'm willing to overlook the bad price for the most part. But not completely. The Crimson Firehawk. 4+? Yeah, I was about to say, this got to be 4+. This guy is terrifying, and I hate him. But that's not LEGO's fault. That's Disney's fault. This looks like Sesame Street crossed over with Star Wars. I do like this speeder, though. Ironically, this 4+ speeder looks better to me than that speeder that came with the very awesome battle pack. That $30 battle pack with all the dudes. I would love to get this very simple speeder in every color I can. It's just a good massable thing that doesn't cost much to make. Nice little stall. Nice little fish on a grill. Don't know why these are here, but they're fine too. My least favorite thing about the set, ironically, is the thing it's named after. This vehicle looks bad. But once again, I think that's probably mostly the fault of Disney for making a vehicle that looks like a box with half of a circle slapped through it. I guess I'll give this a 7. Oh, never mind. This gets a 4 because it's 136 pieces, $50. It is pretty big for only 136 pieces, so I could give this like $30, but not 50. 50 is absurd. Hogwarts Castle Owlery. I've not seen this set yet. This is new to me, and it looks dope. I love a good wizard tower looking thing, and this is a perfect version of that. This is another one of my favorite LEGO Harry Potter sets. They're really bringing it this wave. Comes with Cho Chang, Harry Potter, this guy, a baby owl. Hold up. Oh, there's only one. We needed multiple baby owls, man. Come on. You can't do this to me. I love the variety of owls, though. You get so many. I just wish there was a second baby. This dude's red. That's weird. But in a good way. Yeah, this is a perfect set. And the price isn't even that bad. $45? Like, this is probably pretty big. It's bigger than the price count would lead you to believe. Or the piece count. I don't have a problem with this one. 9.5. It's probably a little too expensive, but very good. Another Technic car. And you know what? This one looks great also. Do we get like a straight on view? We do. Yeah, that looks great. Once again, not big on Technic, but for a guy who doesn't care much about Technic, this is looking pretty great. All around, no bad angles. $50. I wish it was 40 or 45. But it's not too bad. I give it a 9. Flying Ford Anglia. They're actually calling it by the model of vehicle. That's crazy. It's always just been the enchanted car up until now. It's only $15. Whoa, wait, hold up. I noticed something crazy. 2 long cheese slope, double wide cheese slope. That's insane. I can't believe it took him this long to make that piece. I can't believe Ron's storing his rat in the trunk. Ron, no. Don't put your rat in the trunk. He doesn't want to go in there. This is good. $15 set. You get this iconic vehicle, 2 minifigures, 2 animals. It's very good. And new pieces that are cool. 10. Hamster Playground. I love the vibe of this. This is the most autumn looking LEGO set I've ever seen. The color scheme is very pleasing. Everything about this is good. Even this character's torso, her outfit is themed with the color scheme of the set. This guy not so much. He just showed up. He just got home from work and she wanted to hang out, so he came over. This looks good though. This looks very good. Only $20 too, and it's got a nice amount of detail around the back. It's another banger. LEGO Friends is bringing it lately. They're really doing some good stuff. I guess there's a little less pieces than you'd want for $20, but it looks fine to me. I think this is a good amount of play value, good amount of stuff. I love this curved piece. I don't know what this is, but it looks nice. Love all the yellow leaves you get, these extra fuzzy leaves. That's another 10. Kawasaki Ninja H2R motorcycle. LEGO made a motorcycle before. I don't remember if it was Technic or not, but I didn't love it very much. This one looks a lot better. And maybe that's partially due to the fact that it's Technic. You might have heard a siren go by my house. Forgive me, I can't tell the emergency vehicles not to exist. They're doing their job. This motorcycle's good. This motorcycle's good. It looks great. I love all the usage of these unique Technic panels to make the shaping look perfect. There's just enough green in there to give it a nice pop. This piece is interesting. There's a lot of use of these flat tiles. The circular ones, that's cool. I don't know what the heck this is. What is that? Is that just like a 3x3 circular dish with a sticker on it? I don't know. It looks good for what it is. Oh, until I looked at the price. And the price is really bad. 650-ish pieces. $85. No, that doesn't add up. I can see this being 6. You get a 7.5 for bad price. Oh, there's more sirens. Something has happened. What is this? What is this? This is like designed to go with the modern era of LEGO City space sets. It's got the same orange connector and stuff, but it's a giant Technic set. That is weird in a great way. I love that they made this decision to cross over with LEGO City Space. This looks so good. It looks so good. This is my favorite LEGO Technic set of all time now. It's even got a decent price. It's huge. I was expecting this to be over $150. It's $110. Excellent. 11 out of 10. Broke the scale. I did not think a Technic set was going to break the scale, but it did. And you know what? We might be getting another one. LEGO Technic Space Mars Crew Exploration Rover. Now this one is $150. But you know what? This is giving Power Miners. This feels like if Power Miners was made with a space theme and out of Technic. And I love that so much. These new wheel pieces we saw on the motorcycle work so well here. There's so many different things for the crane to pick up, which the actual LEGO City Space sets lacked on. It doesn't look too good from just head on the side, but everything else about this looks amazing. You can stretch it out? It's a stretch car? I love this. I love it. $10. The other one was 11, that one was a 10. These Technic sets are amazing, and I was not expecting them to blow my mind. Okay, this is the final page I'm going to be looking at, page 5. We'll do page 6 through 11 in the next stream, but let's take a look at these really quick. Hedwig at 4 Privet Drive. They made another Hedwig set before that was bigger, and I didn't like that one very much. I like this. To me, this is just big enough to be substantial and also look good, but not be too overpriced. In fact, this one is one of the few LEGO sets I've seen that's underpriced. It's $20 for almost 350 pieces. And you get a little treasure chest on the side. Like, for $20, I would expect it to just be this guy. But no, we get a side build also. We get a history of magic. We get whatever the heck this is. Oh, that's the box that the wand came in. Okay. This is great. Another 10. We got 3 10 or mores in a row. Megapolis City, 5th anniversary. Huh? What? Goth lady? Okay. Maybe this set's alright. 190. What? You know what? I could see it. This does look very large. It's got over 2,000 pieces. Visually, it doesn't impress me as much as I would want it to. It feels a bit too cluttered. The color scheme is all over the place, and normally Monkey Kid sets are better about sticking to a nice color scheme. But it's hard to complain about this. 9.5. You give a kid this set, he's losing his mind in the best way. Hot dog food truck. Only 100 pieces. $20. I think this should be 15. But given that it is, price aside, it looks good. It's also a 4+ set, so I have to take that into account. I give this a solid 8. A very light 8. I think it's overpriced, but for what it is, it's good. It's got an appropriate amount of figures and a big old cat, who I don't know why he's here, but he's just chilling. Cole's Elemental Earth Mech. I'm not a huge fan of any of the Ninjago mechs from this wave. To me, they all look somehow simultaneously over-textured, overdone, and underdone at the same time. I don't know how that happens. Like, we've got part of a Technic axle pin just showing with nothing on it. These two things, these two parts of the hammer spin freely, which is kind of awkward when you're playing with it. There's a lot of studs showing in places that I don't think there needs to be studs showing, especially the side of the foot. And I mean, look, Cole in this giant mech has to fight a single man. That dude's gonna die immediately. He's about to get crushed. This one's not doing it for me. I just don't think it looks good. I think it's a decent deal for $20, but I wish it looked better. I would give it a 7. LEGO Hogwarts Castle Boathouse. It's a very small representation of the boathouse. Who are these figures? Wait. Who's with Harry and Hermione? Oh, that's Neville. Okay, that's Neville. Who's the other guy? Who's the other? Dean Thomas. Okay. It is characters I'm familiar with. I'm surprised it's this small, though. Especially for $37. Like, that's almost $40 and it's this small. Nah, I can't justify that. It needed to be significantly bigger than this to be $40. This is bad. I was saying Harry Potter sets were bringing it this wave. I was wrong. Most of them are. This one's not. Just for being so overpriced, I'm giving this a 6.5. It still looks okay, but that price is bad. The Turtle Beach House. Yo, they got Turtle Beach licensing. That's a joke. I also think I stole that from Jang Bricks. I'm sorry. To Jang Bricks. The Turtle Beach House. I'm not a huge fan of any of the big old Minecraft animal build houses, but this looks like one of the better ones. Because you get a drowned, that looks nice. You get a little bit of land off to the side. All of the turtles look good. The big one, the normal one, the baby ones. The raft is nice. Yeah, it's a good set. It's just overpriced. I would see this at being 25 tops. I don't know why it's 27. That feels unnecessary. But otherwise, it's good. Gets a 8.5. Blue monster truck. Huh. Speaking of Jang bricks, I think this is him. They put Jang bricks in this set. That's not a helpful picture. Just show me the set, please. I want to see it from the side. Why are there not useful pictures? This is the most useful picture I've got. It looks fine. It looks a little under-detailed. I also think it should definitely be $15 and not $16. $16 just feels like they got a little greedy. And they're like, I can get one more dollar out of you. Come on. Come on now. It's fine for what it is. I give it a very light 8. A very light 8. Ooh, this is an interesting color scheme. I immediately love it. But it looks like it's going to be another overpriced set. $30 for 2 trees, this guy, and 2 minifigures. You also get a little pixie dude. That's cool. And a bat and a spider. This kind of feels like the Harry Potter equivalent of that Star Wars battle pack we looked at. $30 for a little less stuff than you'd want. It's not terrible though. The more I look at it, the more I can be okay with spending $30 on this, but I wish I wasn't. I wish I wasn't having to convince myself to be okay with that. Especially, dude, when you connect it all up like this, it looks sad. This is a sad set for $30. This should be 25 max. It's not even 200 pieces. I know that Buckbeak is a very specialized piece, but that's rough. I give this a strong set. No, I'll give it an 8. A light 8 again. I love it too much to give it below an 8, but I do think the price is bad. Jay's Mech Battle Pack. Why is Jay's mech so goofy? Oh no, Jay, what'd they do to you, man? It's not even a 4+ set. This is a 6+ set. They could have done better than that for 6+, I think. He's just got the world's tiniest legs and a big old torso. I do like how many minifigures are in it, though. I can forgive this set a little bit just for all the minifigures, but I think if I had this set personally, I would have to modify it a little bit because it just looks so dumb, that mech. Everything else is good, though. It definitely does feel like a Ninjago version of a battle pack. When no one's in the mech, it looks a little better. I think if you just pretend this is its own sentient being, it's fine. So, on that, in that mindset, I will give this set a 9. Because it is only $10. It's pretty good for 4 minifigures. Race car and car carrier truck. Both of these look good. The front of the truck is a little funky, but I mean, at least it's interesting. I like this guy's hat. Reminds me of LEGO News Kid that I talked to that one time. Shout out to anyone who remembers LEGO News Kid. That is a throwback to a legendary stream. Yeah, this all looks good. It should not be $30. It should be 25. It does have more than 300 pieces though. But I just don't think you're getting enough size there. There's not enough substance. to justify 30. I'll give it a 9. 1 point off for bad price. But it's not terrible price. It's just a little worse than I would want it to be. Is this another Technic space set? I didn't know they were making so many of these. This is great. Is it a 2-in-1? Or does it just... Oh, it just... You push it down. Oh, whoa. Whoa. These Technic sets are blowing my mind. The normal Technic sets, they alright. The space ones, absolutely legendary. The best Technic sets I've seen in a long time. This is what I want from Technic more, I guess, is just Technic having fun. Not every Technic set needs to be an actual real-world vehicle, represented as closely as it can in LEGO Technic pieces. They should be able to create more imaginative stuff like this, and it looks so good. And the function is so cool too. Kids can have so much fun just going, alright, I'm going into little goblin mode, and then you push the top down and then you're just sliding around like a goof. $35 for 435 pieces? Yes, please. Shout out to Technic, you got the good prices. That gets a 10 out of 10. Now we get on to the actual city space sets. Modular Space Station. If this was $100, it'd be a 10 out of 10. It's $110, which feels a little bit much, but this does give you a bunch of good modules. How many figures does it come with? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5? 5? I think 5. Yeah. It's solid. It's good. I'd be very happy to have this. Well, even now, but especially when I was a kid. I will give this a solid 9.5. Oh, here we go. We had a Stitch brick heads earlier. This is just a normal Stitch, and it looks way more like Stitch than the brick heads did. It has a lot more horizontalness going on in the face, with those ears sticking out. And the nose is the right size. The teeth are done very well. The vest. Everything about this is done very well for a buildable Stitch. I think I like this better than the buildable R2-D2. This is adorable. Man dropped his ice cream. He's sad. Someone help him. The only thing I don't like about this is that it's 65. I think this should be 60 tops. But it does have 730 pieces, so it's not too bad. A 9. 9 for you. Spidey versus Green Goblin. A 4+ set. Okay, one thing I immediately don't like is why is the web gold. I guess this is a special gold version of Spider-Gwen. What's her name? Ghost Spider. Okay. I just don't love any of the builds in this set. None of them look that good. And it's not just because it's 4+. There are some 4+ builds that can look good. These do not to me. But it is only $20. I wish it was 15. All the 4+ stuff tends to be a little overpriced. 7.5. I just don't like any of this stuff very much. Space Construction Mech. This set reminds me a lot of a Power Miners set way back in when Power Miners first came out. It was the one that came with the scientist dude and the green rock monster. This feels exactly like that, except it looks better. And instead of a rock monster, you get a robot man with drills for hands. That's awesome. I love this set. The space sets are so good across the board. It's crazy. We need more of these. Forever. I give this a 10. My only gripe with it is that it should be $9.99 and not $10.99, but it doesn't make too big of a difference. I've never seen this set in my life. What is this? Mobile bakery food cart. Who is this terrifying man? I like everything over here, but then you get to this dude, and now I'm having nightmares. Oh no, he's moving! He's alive! Oh no! Why is he alive? Oh, that's terrible. No. You gotta watch out for this guy. You gotta watch out. Okay, I'm gonna just pretend he's not here. This is a great $10-ish set. 9.5. 0.5 points off for terrifying guy who's gonna haunt you for the rest of your life. Okay, 2 sets left for this video. Police Prison Island. $100. I wish it was a little bigger for $100, but it's not bad for an entire police area. I do wish it was bigger though. There's not that much stuff going on inside. I love the new jumpsuits. I like this lady. She's got some style. Comes with a dog also. This guy's not even looking the right way. He doesn't know what's going on. It's good, but not as good as I would want it to be. I'm glad it comes with a big boat. That does help justify the price a little bit more. 8.5, I think. 8.5. Overall, I'm pretty happy with it. I just wish there was a little bit more. Or that it was a little bit less in the price department. And then the final set, LEGO Dreams, Izzy's Narwhal Hot Air Balloon. You know what? When I clicked on this, I thought it was going to be $20. It's $15. And considering that I don't hate the way that any of it looks, I don't love it either, but I don't hate it. It's $5 less than I thought it would be. That's pretty great. 10. I didn't expect to give this a 10. I'm giving it a 10. It's so cheap for what it is. Just some good play value. You get a little demon boy holding a bunny, and then you get a lady with a hot air balloon. What do you want? And there we go. That I have reviewed about 100 sets in a single video. Oh, nope, you weren't supposed to see that. You were supposed to see this. Welcome back to my room. If you enjoyed this live stream or this video, if you're watching it as a VOD, I would really appreciate if you could subscribe. That is all. I was going to say more, but I didn't know what to say. So I'll just say that's all. Speaking of videos, not VODs, but actual videos, I am going to have a few videos coming out soon on this channel. Maybe one this Friday, if we're lucky. Definitely one next Friday. I'm going to be doing some LEGO Harry Potter Years 1 through 4 Let's Plays. That's going up on the channel. I'm also going to be doing a video in which I show you what is, in my opinion, the weirdest video game of all time. Not the weirdest LEGO video game, the weirdest video game in general that I'm aware of. There's probably a weirder one out there, but trust me, this one is wild. Even if you just come to this channel for LEGO stuff, I recommend at least giving that video a chance when it comes out, because I'm just completely enamored by this weird game. You gotta see what makes it so enticing, what makes it so whack. But anyway, I've been looking at Legos for 2 hours. I think it's time to give my eyes and my voice a break. Thank you to everyone who showed up all throughout the stream and anyone who is watching now. I mean, you watched to the end. That is... Or I guess you just skipped here. But if you watched all the way through, you're a legend. Please subscribe. Please check out my card game if you like card games at all. There's a link in the description. It's very cheap for what it is. I didn't want to steal money out of your pocket. So if you like 2-player card games, check that out. And now it is time for me to go away from the internet. Goodbye.